Communities in mountain areas face unique hardships and are often left out of economic growth. Myanmar Institute for Integrated Development's projects in the Shan Highlands was started with the support of the International Center for Integrated Mountain Development to enhance resilience and support adaptation to change for vulnerable communities in the Himalayas. The mountain villages we work in, while close to the popular tourist destination Inle Lake, see few changes from the economic development in the valley. We wanted to demonstrate how the livelihoods of poor upland communities could be improved through a bottom-up approach and identified water access, value chains, forestry, and community mobilization as the key areas to focus on. Water access is a major challenge. For 6 months of the year, there's ample rain which the villagers collect in household and community tanks. But once tanks are completed in the dry season, farmers must haul water from ponds for household use and drinking. As the dry season goes on, they must travel farther and farther to find water, sometimes spending 4 hours a day or more. Digging wells was not feasible due to the hills and limestone geology, but we did see promise in rainwater collection. MID has constructed 115,000 gallons of rain collection tanks and excavated 1.4 million gallons of new pond storage capacity. The tanks meet an extra 16 days of water demand in the dry season. This results in dozens of extra hours saved for each household that can be spent on education, pursuing economic endeavors, taking care of their fields, or spending time with family. These farmers cultivate on hillsides and have a traditional system of crop rotation and fallow periods as an adaptation to their delicate environment. However, a variety of issues have led to shorter fallow periods, deforestation, and some unsustainable practices that could put their fields' long-term productivity at risk. Through demonstration plots and monthly farmer field schools, we encouraged them to continue the practices that they're doing well and taught new practices such as composting, land preparation, seed selection, and other techniques that are compatible with their crops and will protect the quality of their soil in the future. We also taught proper pesticide use in agroecology, which is how to use ecological principles to better protect and care for their crops and gardens. There was initial skepticism by the community when we began trainings in 2015, but after they saw the productivity of the demonstration plots, farmers began putting them to use. Now, in 2017, we are seeing wide uptake of the new practices. Bamboo grows throughout these villages, but up until 2016, it was mostly used for low-cost products or raw materials. We believe that they could take advantage of the demand for souvenirs by tourists in the valley and other cities if they had the proper training. At first, they did not believe that they could become skilled bamboo craft makers. But after several trainings, participation in trade shows, and a social media campaign by MID, they were excited to see their first sales. We then helped them make connections to shops and buyers in major cities across Myanmar. 12 months after sales began, craftsmen have sold over $10,000 in souvenirs to cities across Myanmar. For some craftsmen, they have more than tripled their cash income and are able to work at home and involve their families. The value chains approach means adding value to a product or service, including production, marketing, and availability. We decided to focus in particular on the bamboo and ginger that they were already using. The ginger grown by these farmers is high quality and without many chemical inputs. So we taught cultivation methods that builds on their current practices, improving productivity and reducing the amount of money spent on inputs. We've also built seed banks in each village. The seed banks have allowed poor farmers to grow ginger where otherwise they wouldn't be able to afford to. Prior to the project, The farmers sold their ginger individually or in small groups to the weekly market and didn't realize what power they had if they sold collectively. We thought this could be improved and connected them to a business. Now, the company brings a truck to the village and buys their ginger for a competitive price from those that wish to sell, saving each family time and cost of traveling to the market. In the 2017 harvest, these 6 villages collectively sold over 1.1 million pounds of ginger for $70,000 in sales. In our project, we've planted over 30,000 trees of over 10 different species and coordinated thousands of donated seedlings from the Myanmar Forest Department. We also held trainings on how to grow their own trees and properly maintain their forests.
Originally, they are a good natural forest, but Tamil people occupy this area and they cut the tree to extend their agricultural land for their livelihood. So after forest degradation and steeping slope area, there are soil erosion occur, very serious soil erosion occur in this area. So that's why their agricultural crop production yield is gradually decrease year by year. So that's why MID provide in that area for forest specialists for forest management and watershed management.
Our work has also helped the community work better together as a whole, including community-level microplanning, water rules, and creating management committees in the villages. Through the microplanning, the villages have cohesive roadmaps of how they want their village to be in the future and what projects are needed to achieve this. Already, the microplans have guided government and donor water pumping projects. Now, in the hardest part of the dry season, they can pump clean, fresh water directly to the villages. Based on our surveys, 99% of households have seen an improvement in their situation, and there's been a substantial increase in income since the beginning of the project, in large part due to improved water, community mobilization, value chains, and agriculture practices brought by MIID. The success of our EU and USAID funded work in Shan State came from listening to the community from the beginning and including them in the project's planning and implementation every step of the way.